Welcome everyone. This is Fahim Rahman. So I have written a C++ program to generate the addressing table and the corresponding commands to configure the router. I want to show you the input file, how it looks like. So you need to put first line as number of connections. The following lines will be the connections, and these are the host. Let me show the topology diagram. For example, this is our topology diagram, and this is our switch. This is our router. These are routers, and we have to ignore the switch. Just consider this is the network or this is the connection. So our input will be 5 connections. This connection, then router to router, HQ to B1 connection. So let me show you in the text file. The first line is the connection, then HQ to PC2, here the connection, and the host, the number of hosts is 40, so there will be 40 hosts. Then you can see the PC1 is connected with B1, PC1 is connected with B1, and there will be 80 hosts. HQ is connected with the router B1 and HQ is connected with the router B2, and B2 is connected with PC3, as you can see, and there will be 20 hosts. And the last input line will be the address space or the starting IP address. You can see the readme file for more details. Let me run this program. So okay, I'm running this program. So you will see the output.txt file will be generated. Let me delete it. So again, I'm running the program. Okay, you can see output.txt file has been generated. So there will be network. So network 1 is actually PC1 to B1. The network 2 will be HQ2. You can see, okay, HQ and PC2 will be the network 2. Okay, and the order will be the highest host will be the first network. Okay, PC1 and B1. So let's go to the addressing table. So after generating the networks, IP address, mask, range of the network, then you can see the addressing table. So B2, the interface, the connected device, and the corresponding IP address submask. And as you know, the router don't have the default gateway. So PC has a default gateway. We face difficulties calculating these IP address, submask, and default gateways. So this program will help you to find out the IP address, submask, and default gateways, as well the network's IP address, mask, and the range. You don't need to bother about the router configuration commands. So the program will generate the commands. Okay, now I'm in Cisco Packet Tracer software. We will design this topology here. So there are 3 PCs and the routers. I'm taking 2811 this router. There are 3 routers and there are 3 switches as well. Let me pick this one, then this switch. Okay, let's rename the devices. This is PC1. Okay, PC1, then this is PC2. This router is named HQ. Now the interesting part is making connections. Let's go to the router, turn off the router, then go to HWIC2T, take this one here, turn on, and you will do the same. Yes, the serial ports are available now. We need to open the output.txt file. We will make connections following the addressing table which has been generated. So B2 is connected with HQ with the interface serial AC0/2/0. So B2 is connected with serial 020 with HQ, right? HQ is connected with B2 with serial 0/2/1. Okay, for serial DC now, let's go to the B1 router. Then B1 is connected with HQ with the serial AC 0/2/0. These connections are fast Ethernet connections. Our connection is ready. Let me configure the PC IP addresses. Let's click the PC1, then go to desktop, then IP configuration. Here you can see the PC's configuration settings. This is PC1, right? You need to copy the IP address. Don't copy the CIDR prefix. Copy the subnet mask, then put it in the subnet mask and the default gateway as well. Here, the default gateway. Okay, just close it. It will be saved. For PC2, go to desktop, IP config, do the same. Our PC configurations has been finished, so let's jump into the router config. Here are the commands. Go to the B2 router. Okay, this one is the B2 router. Just go to the CLI, then here are the commands. You'll press no, then enter, enable, then the config terminal. You'll need to go to the config terminal, then no IP lookup to avoid the delays if we make any mistake. Okay, enter. We're done. Close the B2 CLI. Now we are done with configuring B1 router. So let's go to the HQ, go to CLI, do the same. If you are going to write the whole commands, you can, but it's tedious. Let's just copy it and paste it. This program will help you configure the router. Exit from the interface. Okay, we are done with the router configurations with its own networks. Okay, so this is one network, and we need to configure B1 with other networks. For router B2, okay, we need to configure with the network 1, network 2. You can see the network 1 is indicating the PC1 and B1 connections. PC1 and B1 connection, this one. Okay, and we need to configure the B2. This one is B2 router. B2 router will contact with this network. So let's go to B2, exit from the config. We are enabled. So let's go to the config terminal. We were in the config terminal. Okay, for connecting with network 1, copy the command and paste it here. This one also, and this one. We are done with B2. Let's go to B1. So exit from the config terminal. We are done with B1 and HQ. Just copy these two commands. Okay, we're done. These commands are for routing information protocol. You can set the network connection with the router dynamically. We are not going to see this. As you can see, all connections are ready, green signal. So let's pass our message from PC2 to PC3 in progress. First time it will fail. Then let's go to PC2, then PC3. Yes, successful. Okay, let's go to the simulation. Then fast forward. Okay, so this message is going to this switch, then the HQ router. It's going to this router. Maybe it's B2, yeah. Then this switch and the PC3. We're done. Let's pass the message from PC1 to PC3. Yeah, it's successful. Now let's try PC3 to PC1. It's successful. If you have any doubts, let me know. Thank you very much